Do you support soft culture living or hustle culture? If you have a 40-hour week, then you're not gonna change the world.
You're not doing shit. You're just on your laptop, like going through emails, barely editing, switching freaking tabs every now and then. You're not working.
Having a soft living or having an opportunity to be able to have a slow morning or slow night, whatever that is a privilege. Not everybody can afford to have a like soft living.
You cannot push any and every task to failure. You are gonna burn out.
Everybody needs a year or two to themselves after they have achieved a certain thing,
I
so
get
that
you.
they can really enjoy their life.
that. Discipline is great until you're not losing out on living actual life.
Everybody should have a specific time in a day where is it slow.
Welcome to another episode of GG Unplugged, your favorite podcast with Gursimran and Gurish.
Yeah.
I
Her
love
RJ is out.
Hey, love the energy. Honestly, I did not have any of it today morning though, bro. It is so cold.
It is.
It is the second coldest.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Right.
the most coldest day of the year tomorrow. And I'm glad we're
Not
doing it
stepping
today.
I mean, reaching here was a hassle for sure. I really
froze.
wanted to just cancel
Yeah,
on you.
your face froze, eyes watering, this and that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy we made it here.
Anyways, don't you just want to take a break, dude? Like,
I do.
It is so cold. I just want to be in my blankets, sipping on something warm and watch Christmas movies still because I'm not over it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I'm still not over the fact that the Christmas and New Year vibes were so warming, and now we are back to hustling and we are back to working and non-stop grinding, and still feels I want to go back to my bed, all dark, some hot chocolate and a movie, right? But I don't know. I personally feel guilty of taking a break because we have been conditioned to work as much as we can so that we can achieve our dreams. But lately I've realized that we should not do that. Right? I think we are the kind of generation who is stuck between hustling and having a soft living culture.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out what is the best for us, because our parents were like hustling.
Right.
We are like, what to do now? And the next generation is like, we don't care. We are living our life.
I think Gen Zs are the best. I mean, ideally, we are Gen Zs.
We are Gen Z.
Okay,
We're on the border, Gen Z.
we're the not millennial, not Gen Z. Yeah, the weird zone. We are the in between zone. Nevertheless, I believe 20s are just a weird age. Like, it is the age to hustle and so that you have comfortable 30s, but then it's also the prime, right? It is your prime. It is the peak of your youth.
Yeah.
That's the only time you're really gonna have fun, go out and just do shit, and at the same time you gotta hustle and make a career. So it really is the biggest dilemma of all.
Yeah, I think so. Like these 20 to 30, when I listen to some podcasts or influencers on the internet, they are saying hustle this time so that you can enjoy your 30s. But then when we are in our 30s, we've just spent our whole life hustling for this time, and now we are enjoying. But how? Because we forgot how to enjoy.
That's true.
That's true, right? But I think social media also is playing a huge role in glorifying hustle culture or soft living. What do you think?
It does. And I think, in all honesty, as somebody who is, I mean, both of us for that matter, but speaking for myself, I'm very ambitious. Like, I really do want to do a lot of shit in life and achieve things. But having said that, I also need my downtime. I also need to just, I'm not going to respond to text for 4 days because I could not care less. I see them. I just need my time.
I know.
So I think it is very important, and I've learned it the hard way. Have literally pushed myself to burn out a bunch of times, and have realized that it is not sustainable.
It is not.
And what gets you there is a sustainable lifestyle that you can freaking enjoy. So, you know it, as you literally said, like, report to me like on Friday or Monday because I'm going to be gone for the weekend. And you know it. And I love that because, yes, I am gone for the weekend. Like, I am not accountable to answer to anybody what I'm doing.
I know.
If I'm rotting in my bed or I'm chugging 4 bottles down,
Yeah.
I'm like really not accountable. Even though I don't do that. Hey, mom, if you're listening. I mean, she knows I drink, but
You do that. You do that. She'll be like, no, I'll reply to you on weekend, but then she's gone for the weekend. I know that she'll be gone for the
I'm
weekend.
also working on weekends, and you
no,
know
but
that
I
as
just
well.
know you'll be gone for the weekend, so I know. You don't know that. No, I'll reply.
I low-key feel that I low-key feel that it's a holiday or like it is.
Since you're saying about weekends,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm working on weekend, I'm just ruining my life. It's just
Ruining
me
your
because see, I've been
It's okay.
conditioned to work so that I have a productive weekend.
Yeah.
But if I take my downtime or if I'm like away from all the things that I've been committed to, then I feel bad for it. That's my thought is like, should I take off today or should I not respond to anybody? But I eventually end up working. I end up editing my videos or
Yeah.
recording some videos or doing some back end work. But I don't think I've taken a proper day off in the last 6 months. I've been to
Jeez.
Vancouver, but I've not taken
Apart from, like,
proper
yeah.
day. Like I'm not doing anything. I've not taken any day. And now sometimes I feel like that's leading to burnout
Yeah.
where I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to do anything. I know that there's a pile up of work
Yeah.
I want to complete. But then again, I eventually end up doing work. Because I was reading a book yesterday and posted a story about
Yeah, I
that
did.
as well. So that just made me realize it's just me working on myself. So I feel bored,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to go out with the friends. It's cold. I don't want to go out. So staying home, I have a lot of work to do. So I'm just loving the boredom I have right now. I think that's the fact.
very
It's okay, right?
That's a very interesting approach, actually. Because I have been conditioned in a way that it's either productive or you didn't do shit. Like, I love how you made it like, sure, I'm bored, but I'm still like working. Like, I'm still doing stuff. I think like even I have a tendency of being like a little too hard on myself because yeah, I got some visions and goals and things to do and achieve. And it's not just like to tick off things, but just the fact that I want to make sure I'm working towards those things every day. So I really get that point. But lately, I've really also like realized the importance of the slow living, having a
Yeah.
slow morning,
Oh, I love that.
making your coffee.
I love that.
While you're listening to some soft music. It puts me in this soft feminine energy. Like I feel like a girl.
It's just
so,
happy hormones coming up.
yeah, it's definitely like okay. So it's so funny. Like I think slow mornings really put me in my feminine energy where I'm like I'm creative. I want to pamper myself. Maybe put on a little mask. Whereas on the other days I'm like wake up, hit the gym, come back, have a breakfast on the go. Like I'm always on the go,
On
and
the
you know
go,
that.
yeah.
Just pack your stuff and this and that and this and that, which is good, which is required for me to actually like that's the essential hustle
Yeah.
that I have in my life at the moment. If I'm doing these odd jobs and everything, I gotta be on the go always. I gotta be again. There's college. There's so much stuff, right? But then I really cherish those mornings and those days when I can just be.
Yeah, but I also feel everybody should have a specific time in a day where is it slow. It doesn't have to be slow morning, but a
Yeah.
specific time where you're just sitting. I know you'll be feeling bored because we're so used to scrolling reels and overstimulating our brains that when it's silence around us,
Yeah.
we feel like what is happening. So
Yeah.
for me, it's slow morning. I've started waking up early. I don't wake up that early, but I started waking up early than usual so that I can have my slow morning routine. I can have my 1 hour, 1.5 hour to myself, and then I start working.
Interesting.
And on the days when I don't have slow mornings, I am in rush because I woke up late or I'm just getting into the messaging, replying to everybody
Yeah.
or emails, right? This and that. My whole day, I feel so sad that what is happening in with my life, because yesterday I didn't wake up early.
Yeah.
And I missed my like all the morning routine because I had so much work to do. And by the end of yesterday, I was about to cry and I cried randomly. I don't know why, because I'm so used to having that feeling in the morning that I need to get up, have my thing, and then get ready for the day, that when I don't have it, I feel like I've lost something in during the day and not accomplished it. Right?
It's so sweet and also so like interesting that everybody's system is so different.
What are your opinions about that on soft culture? Do you support soft culture living or hustle culture?
Actually, I'm glad you asked that. I had this metaphor / analogy just today morning working out, because I knew we were going to talk about this topic, right? So I was like, how when you're exercising, with each exercise, you don't push every set to failure. Because if you push 4 sets, I mean, you're dead. But with that, every exercise, that last set, you gotta push it to failure to really get those gains. And likewise, with each of those activities, like whatever that is on your day, like you really have to give it your 100%, that one activity a day. If it's my work today, I will give 100% to my work, and then maybe I'll do a 20 on cleaning the house today. I'll do a 30 there. I'll do a 40 there. One task a day that you'll really like, okay, this I'm gonna ace today. Like, this is the most important that has to get done, and the rest will like be around.
Yeah.
Likewise, you cannot push any and every task to failure. You are gonna burn out, and you do not want that. You definitely wanna like, hit that mark, because you also wanna grow. So I think a combination of both is the only way to go.
That's very nice thing that you said. Like,
Thank you.
get that one thing perfect.
Instead
One
of
thing instead of all the
having
things.
as many open tabs, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, but at the end of the day, I did not finish or accomplish literally anything. But I was busy.
That's a very good thing actually. I aced this podcast today. That's the only thing on my priority. But I did Pilates before coming here. I'm
Sweet.
loving my low intensity workout so much. I'm a gym girly through and through.
Yeah.
I've been going to gym for 4 years.
Nice. Yeah.
But now there is, at some point, your body just rejects the things you've been doing. So even
you
if I go
wanna
to gym,
change.
right? So if I'm doing a strength workout, I've been doing that for my whole life. And now my body is so used to it that it needs more time than usual to build that muscle. So now when I do Pilates at home, I have my 30 minutes Pilates session every morning.
Nice.
My body shakes, and I cannot believe it's my body, because such a low intensity workout, you need so much focus for each muscle that your body is like, what are you doing? You should also try that. And there's a
Yeah, that
meme on
sounds
TikTok also, a Pilates girl walking into the gym like they own it, but the gym girls, when they go into Pilates, they do not survive.
I've seen that one as well, and I'm like, okay, you know what? That really has maybe intrigued me to try one.
You should try. That's why earlier I used to like go to gym every day, but now divided it to 2 times a week gym, then 3 days Pilates, and then 1 day
But honestly,
walking.
I think, lovely. I think I've always been like a strength training girl through and through. So I obviously had this big break in the middle, like 3-4 years. But like even before that, I would like squat my own body weight and shit. And I've always been like, I love the
feeling of that.
Lifting weights.
Yes.
Geez, I'm at the top of the world. I can't tell you.
I love that. I love that as well.
Lifting
But now
metal
I'm
just
loving
does
low
something.
intensity workout. If somebody wants to give it a try, you should go ahead, because
You know what? Tomorrow is a really cold day. I might. Because it's at home and everything, right?
Have your yoga
That sounds
mat,
fun. I do,
play a video, and then it'll be like low intensity workout. Right? And after that, just do yoga and meditation, and you're good to go for the day.
Interesting.
I have an opinion. I don't know if it's controversial, if it's whatever it is, but I feel like having a soft living, or having an opportunity to be able to have a slow morning or slow night, whatever that is a privilege. Not everybody can afford to have a like soft living, because somebody has to take care of their family, or they are the only bread and minor of their family, so they have to hustle.
100%. That I even say, like, as a content creator, choosing such an unconventional career path in which I did not make money for a good year or so, and funny enough, I did not even start with that, was only because my mother was earning, my brother was earning. I did not have to make money to feed the family or provide for the family. So I was privileged like that. And we are per se privileged like that, that we did not have to do it to, again, earn a livelihood. At least when you're back home, right?
Yeah.
So that is a privilege for sure.
Yeah, I think if we are glorifying hustle culture, those are the people who really are hustling to provide for their family. And the soft culture is coming from a point of view who have already is financially stable,
Yeah.
so that they can afford
course.
to have that kind of soft living culture.
Most
They can just leave everything and go to a 1 month trip so that they can. But I don't think somebody like me can, because even if I'm not going to feed my family, I still have to take my family to a certain level. So if I'm taking a 1 month break, I know I'm losing with a lot of opportunities and money that is coming with working. So I feel like hustle culture is good, but only till it's not making you feel depressed or it's not making you feel burnout. But I've also seen startup founders or entrepreneurs who are working 12 hours a day because they're building a company.
Yeah.
And there are people who are working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then they're just winding up their day. But now there is a culture which you need to have 2 jobs. One is your active 9 to 5 or whatever doing. One, you need to have a side business.
Exactly.
It's that kind of economy that we cannot survive with one business.
job. Like, you also need a passive income. And actually, this whole thing of, I personally believe that everybody in life has these phases, because I have had some, and I've seen people around me have had so many similar ones as well, where you're like, everybody has that phase when they're just like, they are on that hustle and grinding and really to build up something. But as in when you reach a certain stage where you're like stable enough per se, where you're at least able to make the ends meet without like crushing yourself, you need to be a little softer on yourself. You need to start giving yourself a little more grace, because what is the point of earning and like making so much money if you're not enjoying that money, if you're not taking the
Time off
it, and I don't know how to say, like, uska swad or uska sukh nahi liya, basically.
Yeah, if you're not like,
If you're not reaping the benefits of like having that, then who are you building this money mountain for?
Yeah, but those things also needs to be glorified, no, on the internet.
most definitely.
If hustle culture is being glorified, that you need to work. Okay, I accept you need
Most
to work
definitely, yeah.
to build something. I need to work 10 hours a day. I'm okay working 10 hours
Yeah.
a day if I'm building something
Yeah.
for myself. But it also needs to be glorified. If you're working for a certain time, you also need a certain period of rest so
Most
that you can
definitely,
reset
most definitely.
everything. It's not being shown on the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody showing their successes, what
Yeah.
have they have achieved, what they're doing, what the
Yeah.
good things they are doing.
Yeah.
But they're not teaching you how you need a downtime as well. And I think the new generation, the Gen X, is really good in that, because we're Gen Z, like border Gen Z, millennial, whatever. But Gen X is a generation, I feel like they prioritize themselves. They prioritize themselves also because the reason maybe they have now they've seen a generational wealth, or maybe
Yeah.
they have generational wealth.
Also because they're just younger, they don't have the real
But also they've born with screens and social media,
too
and
as
they they're exposed to the world
very
already.
different- yeah, a very different world for sure. But also something I read which is so true: discipline is great until you're not losing out on living actual life, and at the same time rest days are good until unless you just you're losing yourself, you're like, again letting yourself just go. Like only rest, like only chilling. Rest days are good and important, but you also got to get back to work. Then discipline and that dedication and hard work is important until unless it's not like you're so dedicated and disciplined that you're missing out on life. So a
Yeah.
good balance of both is the only way to go. Of course, even we miss out on it so many times. We are barely like people in our 20s trying to make ends meet, make a living. We're not perfect. We're all flawed, but I think we should aim to strike that balance at least.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
I think balance is obviously taught. Weekends are the balance. Like you work Monday to Friday, then weekends you do chill. But now there's also another opinion. You do your 9 to 5 job, and on weekends you build your side hustles and you build your businesses. And that's also another opinion. That's my point. Like where to find something on social media? Like everybody scroll through social media. I don't know how many hours a day. We actually know once you start scrolling, you don't
There's no end
stop.
to it. Yeah.
So that's the thing. Somebody is somebody is really coming disciplined, somebody is really coming enjoying their life. Your unemployed friend on a Tuesday morning on a yacht going on a trip, and then there's somebody building a
They're living the
startup.
best life.
And then there's somebody building a startup. There are
Yeah.
so many mix things going on. So it makes us confused.
But in that sense, then that's more of individual work. You gotta keep yourself grounded, that you know what your reality looks like, and it's not just not shattered, but even like moved or shaked by viewing other people. Like, oh, he's doing that, she's doing that, the other person's doing that. Yeah, but that's my life, and this is what my goal is, what I am building, and this is what my real life resources and responsibilities look like.
Again, come
So-
from where you come from.
Where you come from.
And if you can divert easily or not. I think
Most
for most
definitely.
people divert very easily.
Agreeable, especially like again
It's a human nature.
most definitely, Baba, and especially these ages, again the teenage to
Yes,
these
yes,
20s to 30s even, this, like currently I'm at the point in my life I have seen my school best friend getting roca-fied, who was in my class, like I cannot process that
I
shit.
know.
I can literally not process that shit. Her getting engaged, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, half of my college and school friends got married or getting
Oh my
roca-fied
God.
or having babies. And I'm like,
I'd die if I hear someone having a baby
Yeah.
who I was with in school. I would, like, I know of people who I was in school are married and it's been a while. It's just
and my
weird.
mama is like, you are a baby. But I'm like,
I feel like
you
what are
still need to
kidding me?
grow up. TikTok was banned, guys, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
back after 12 hours. It was the most hilarious time I've ever seen.
Bro, I don't care what we're
I
talking
love
about.
TikTok.
I love TikTok, and I love the freaking American TikTok influencers, because like that I've been lying to you for like the past.
All the influencers who've just revealed their secrets.
so
I was watching a lot of videos yesterday. I'm like,
Me as well. I really trash watched a lot of stuff, especially like on my way over to my job and back on TTs. That's all I was doing. It was so much
it's
fun.
so fun. But now they are back
Yeah.
and they're like, hi,
Hi,
you
it's
remember?
me again, like just hiding their faces, because dude.
But for that 12 hours, the US TikTokers were gone. All the Canadian creators were like,
Yeah.
now the US creators are gone. It seems so silent here. It's so calming. No one is hating on anybody. It's such a fresh air. They were roasting on their
It's
backs.
so fun.
And I was just scrolling TikTok and laughing my ass off. Like,
know.
this is funny.
I know.
And then I saw so much Canadian creators I didn't even know existed.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
and
interesting.
There was a trend going on mass following where you have to write like to all the Canadian creators, where are you from? Just let's connect it. And the videos were going viral because all the
I wish I
US
fucking posted actually.
I
yesterday.
did. So US TikTokers were gone.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
air was like so fresh for us. Now they are back. And now they are posting the videos, reacting onto the videos.
Oh my
You guys were
God.
talking at the back on us. And it's so fun. But I like that. I want to ask you, do you like the videos, aesthetically pleasing downtime videos on Instagram? And do you feel like I am not doing enough in my life to have this, that aesthetically pleasing downtime, slow
I get you.
videos? When I see those videos, I
Yeah.
feel like, why don't I have this kind of routine in my life? I also deserve that. But then I just scroll to another meme video and just forget about it. But you know what I mean.
I totally get you. Okay, some are like, okay, really aesthetic and pleasing and like just makes you feel good. But some are really unnecessary, too much product, too like just capitalism at its peak. Like it's just overconsumption. Like, bro, they're like, she's using 20 products for her skincare routine. Babe, you don't need that. Just take a fucking shower and put
Yeah.
like a serum and moisturizer and you're good. Like a basic CTM. I do that. For me, like an everything shower, clean sheets, getting in your bed after all that, doing your skincare, putting on your favorite show, some accent lighting with no house lights on. Jeez.
That's the best thing.
The ultimate unwinding.
I feel like we should not follow the popular celebrities and founders on entrepreneurs, because then my feed, I just unfollowed a bunch of people because then my feed is full of grinding, hustling, this and that and that, and then I get scared like, bro, calm down. I don't need this in my feed.
Oh,
because then my
God.
feed is full of
I
that
get you,
stuff,
though.
right? Or the 5 a.m. club, the 7 a.m. club, then this a.m. club,
I've
that
become the
a.m.
5
club. No, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it's every day on
In your
feed,
face? Yeah, yeah.
then I'm
You
like,
feel
I don't
like-
want to do that. There was a article or there was an interview where Elon Musk said, if you have a 40-hour week, then you're not going to change the world. You need to have a 90 or 80-hour
Oh, yeah, yeah.
per
I'm like,
week. And then I'm like,
Enjoy working.
and then there's a lot of Indian founders and Indian CEOs who are coming up in the news and saying
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you have to work on weekends. I also work on Sunday. That's the thing.
thing.
But what do you think about that?
No, straight up, no.
No work on weekends, guys.
No. My Saturday and Sunday is sacred to me. I mean, even though I do pick up shifts and like do odd jobs on Saturdays and Sundays, but then that's not something, again, I'm not accountable to the world what I do on my weekends. Sometimes I chill it out. I do fucking, who's gonna do my laundry, dude? I gotta do my laundry and put it back. I gotta clean my house. I gotta, I don't know, maintain myself, so grooming and shit. That's what happens on weekends. I gotta see some friends and see some sunlight. So well, that's what happens on weekends, and that's how it should be. At least one day, if not two. Actually, it's very rarely two. It's usually just a day, either a Saturday or Friday evening or Sunday that it's mine. I take it to myself, and yeah, that's just me. I'm not accountable to anybody on that day. Everybody needs one day a
I
week
think
dude, to reset and restart and like
restart
refresh.
for the next
Re-
week.
Yeah, like set up for the next week. So how am I
Yeah.
going to show up on Monday if I just was working till Sunday night? I cannot.
I was very excited on Sunday so that I can work on Monday, because on Sunday I didn't do any back end work, but I did a lot of house cleaning. See, again, something's going on working.
Yeah, I mean-
but then I ended up writing scripts and like planning for the videos, this and that. I could not sit idle. But I was very excited to wake up at like early and do my Monday morning routine. For the first time ever, I felt so boring on Sunday that I need my Monday routine back so that I am busy with that. Because people look forward to Sunday. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, I know I'm Sunday, I'm cleaning, I'm doing this and doing that. But
Yeah.
you know, the happiness I felt after recording videos or edited videos or back end
Oh, nice.
work,
Yeah.
you know, that happiness I was not having on Sunday. I was going to shoot a video and like, no, control, we'll do it on Monday. So I've kept my like batch videos days, no, when I'm just batch filming every video and then I'm just doing my things. But
That's also how we can like do smart work, right? Instead of like,
Yeah.
some people, I know of such people. I was such people. Like sometimes you're just working. You don't have to just seem busy. Like, you know, if you're not actually getting shit done and you're like, oh, I'm working. Whenever you talk to them, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I have been that. Like, not right about now, but like 3-4 years back, sure. Especially when I was just a full-time content creator. Every time anybody would call me or like, I'm working, I'm like, you're not doing shit. You're just on your laptop, like going through emails, barely editing, switching freaking tabs every now and then. You're not working. So it's better to have those, at least that works for me when I'm in a state of flow. I work 5 days worth. But then, yeah, if and when I don't feel like it, which is why I take like, especially with freelance and creative work, right? I will batch film, I will batch edit. I cannot do it every day though. I know myself. That's not how my brain works at least. I cannot like edit or sit down to work on content like 4 hours every day. But I will sit one day and take a 9-hour stretch and get that shit done. So that's how it works with me for sure.
Yeah, I think that's how you realize what works best for you.
Most definitely.
I've read this book again, but that's the book that helped me a lot in realizing my own bad habits and then what I was not doing. So what I've started doing is habit stacking.
Me as well. Atomic Habits teaches you that.
That's the best thing I've learned in that book is habit stacking. If I'm making my breakfast, I'm talking to my mother, because both things getting done.
Yeah.
If I'm making a video, I have another thing in the back end going on, or some upload or something which is going to happen.
Right.
So that's the best thing I've learned, habit stacking. If somebody is struggling to develop a habit,
Yeah.
just do habit stacking and it will help you a lot.
Yeah.
But you said you were mentioning about smart work and hard work.
Yeah.
So work smarter and not harder.
Of course.
This is a weird age of 25, 26, 27 where family starts asking you when you're getting married, is there something in your, is there
Yeah.
somebody in your life?
Right.
But then I was talking to mama about the fact it's okay when you have a good amount of wealth in your family so that you can get married and move on. But for somebody like me or somebody like us who wants to build their own
Yes.
wealth or who wants to build their own a life journey, we are hustling till the age of 25, 26, 27, 30th, right? But then there is no time to enjoy that what we have already worked all these years, because then there is a pressure of getting married. So I was telling her everybody needs a year or two to themselves after they have achieved a certain thing,
I
so
get
that
you.
they can really enjoy their
Enjoy
life.
that. Yeah.
And then they can move on marrying
Yeah.
or like looking for somebody.
The
Until
social
then there
worldly
is no
responsibilities. Yeah.
no advantage of having somebody in your life when you're still figuring out yourself, because you're also figuring out he or she, whatever he's also figuring out, then there is
Yeah.
no point in that.
I really resonate with that on a very deep level. Honestly, like I was
Because it was
hearing
just-
you, I was like, I feel you.
It was just a joke in my family
Yeah.
where my sister-in-law just said like, you need to find somebody in this many years, and then I told her like, I need to enjoy my life on my own first
Yeah.
before I commit to somebody, because then there'll be some thought in my head that I did not get to enjoy what I've worked all these years for.
That
And
is
then there is no point in that. And then then they have no answer. I'm like, I'm right.
That is an excellent point. Like you won by like heart and brains, dude. Like it's logic and the emotion combined, and I love it because yes, if I'm doing all this work, this healing, this earning money and all that, I want to be with that amazing, independent, financially independent, healed version of myself, you know, for a while, for a bit, to myself, with myself, enjoy, see, because just in an year span, my worldview has changed. I'm not even kidding. It's not about making your own money. It's not even about losing weight, but it's somehow the accumulation and the, you know, amalgamation of all those things all together. And the people, and I've met numerous people over the last year. And I don't know, but for real, my worldview has changed, and I love this version, and I want to be with this version, just me, for a while longer.
Yeah.
So I get that. Like before introducing someone, and now when I want someone, I want them to also be this, yes, please, financially independent, healed version of themselves.
Yeah.
Because
Nobody
grown-ups,
deserves each other's trauma on each other.
yeah, like
because
we're grown-ups, buddy. Like
Yeah.
do your own work, your, you know, your healing work, or like whatever you want to do with regards to your career. Give me a settled, done man, like, you know.
Yeah, we joke around saying 30s are the new 20s and 40s are the new
Yeah.
30s, and then I'm like, okay, sure.
Nobody wants a work in progress anymore. I'm just gonna say it.
Like, okay, sure.
Do your
Yeah.
work, and yeah, then we'll meet.
But it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, talking about the this family generational thing, what do you think? Our parents, they have worked all their life, but the economy was better that time. So
mean,
that
yeah.
was like, there is a dialogue in Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, no? 22 tak padai, 24 tak chori, this and that,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
that is.
yeah.
That does not exist anymore.
It doesn't.
It does not
really
exist.
doesn't.
In this economy, it does not. If you're doing
Really
two jobs,
doesn't.
3
Yeah.
jobs, or either you're building a business, you're dedicating 10 years of your life in that. And then after that, you're just getting married. That's it.
Okay, may I ask you something? What do you think? Where does this, especially with people in their 20s or something, this inherent need to hustle comes from? Why do you want to hustle and like really make it and like put in that hard work? Why? Where does it come from?
I don't think it comes to everybody.
It, first of all, yes. But to those whom it does, where do you think it comes from?
I think it just comes from seeing your family. Just thinking to do better for your family. Whatever stage they are at, you just need to make them feel proud or take them to the next stage.
Right.
And being a girl, and I want to admit that being a girl now, it's been so conditioned in me from my mother that I need to earn and build something for myself.
I love that.
So that's been conditioned in my brain since I was aware of the world, that my mother taught me you need to earn for yourself, you need to build something for yourself, so that in case something goes left or right in your life, you are
You
not
have
dependent on anybody. So I think that comes for most of the girl, it comes from your mother, seeing your mother hustling every day in your house, being a housewife or whatever that is. So you need to build something that you are proud of. So nobody can just come and say what are you even doing.
Especially as women, it is so important to be financially independent, regardless of if you have a rich dad or husband, dude. You gotta do something that is like, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Even if it makes little money or something. I really believe that. And talking about, like, I think where the hustle or the inherent need to grind comes from, at least what I have realized and processed in my own head, because I personally think I have that, like, that inherent need to fucking be better. I think it really comes from underachieving for the most part of your life, that now you are like, now I'll fucking overachieve. Now overachiever energy only and only comes from if you and your work was probably not recognized for far too long. You weren't taken very seriously, you never really felt like, oh, I accomplished this. So now you are like, I'm gonna go so hard at it.
So beyond that, everybody will see.
Yeah, but regardlessly, you gotta again ground yourself and make sure that you have a balance of it all. Because
so I think hustle culture and soft culture is not a debatable option, because it's just, again, having a soft living is a privilege, and having a hustle culture is also like somebody has to hustle, somebody just is born by luck. So it's not debatable. You just need to have a balance on how you are working during the week and what you're doing during the weekends. Do not see at other people, because I've learned it hard way. Do not see what other people are doing, because you need to figure out your own life.
No, everybody's timeline, it's so personal. Like, just we were talking about how you need a slow morning versus I need to unwind in the evenings. I cannot be, for the love of God, like, be working till like I sleep. My brain will fucking explode. So we're the
live examples
of like yin and yang, bro, in the most literal sense. We're so different. It's so funny. But you need to have your own system given your circumstances, your roles and responsibilities, and that's the only way to go.
So but let us know what you guys think. Do you support hustle culture or do you support soft living culture, and what are your
what's
views?
your beautiful middle ground? Because I believe
we want to hear like what
spot.
do people have in themselves to unwind, so that we can get more ideas of unwinding.
Tell us your structure. We might pick up on something. We might want to just pick your brain and Thank you so much for tuning into another episode.
We'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care and stay warm.